of a grade.
Okay, guys. So today we're going to keep the review. We're going to continue the review. And Mark, are you okay if we go over this one or?
Sure.
Yeah, because I think she wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, I left earlier. I was before, but I left earlier. But we've already finished it, right?
No, yeah, you know that. Okay.
Kim was also here for that one.
So what was the blue area? The more like the closer to the tongue. This one, right? So if it's closer to the tongue, what would be the name?
Glossal.
Palatoglossal, yeah. The one in the back that is closer to the pharynx, what do you think would be the name? Palatopharyngeal arch. So remember that in between, these arches, you're going to find the tonsils, okay?
So those are the whitish part is the
tonsils.
Yeah. Which tonsil?
The palatine. It looks like the palatine, like here.
It's in the palate.
The one.
Wait, it's also in the tongue too.
Oropharynx?
Yeah, palatine. Yeah, these are like here. Coming up, like you find here up.
That's the second tonsil, right?
Yes. Remember when you get like sick or something, you touch here your tonsils. These are the one that you find here.
Where would be the first tonsil?
That's the laryngeal, pharyngeal tonsil.
If we can see in the mouth.
So it's higher than
it's happening in
so,
the nose.
Yeah, I get it.
Let me see. But just to be sure, tonsil between the arches.
Whatever for you.
Oh, you guys have some bagels.
Oh wait, let's cover that.
You guys can have some.
I was eating on the way here. It's my subway.
Oh, I thought that was hair.
See that? So the first one, glossopalatine or palatoglossal. The one in the back is the pharyngeal, and see the in here, palatine tonsil. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to look at the testes. So like a review because we went over this yesterday. So we're looking at the testes, and one function of the testes is that they're going to make hormones. Yeah. In the case of the man, testosterone. Yeah. So which cells are the ones in charge to make testosterone?
Is it the intestine?
The hormone?
Yes.
How do you call that one?
The green one, right?
That's the intestine.
So we call it interstitial because you're going to find it outside, like in between the seminifer tubules. So this is one seminifer tubule, then you're going to find another seminifer tubule, another seminifer tubule. So these one are going to be in between. That's why it's called. That's why they are called interstitial. Okay. So these are the ones that make the hormone testosterone. And then we're going to find inside the seminiferous tubule, we're going to find this type of cells. Do you remember the cells? Sertoli. So these are the ones that are going to nursing the sperm. Yeah, the spermatogonias.
Is he gonna ask this in the microscope?
Well, these are going to be the big cells. There.
Yeah, she says she's gonna ask the testes and the ovary
on the microscope. Yeah, but she's going to ask you probably to distinguish. Like, and it's going to be very simple because if this is the seminifer tubule, the first cells here are going to be the spermatogonias. So these cells are going to divide until they make the spermatozoids.
Where we can find those ones? Is in the stomach or in the...
No, that's the testes.
Intestine?
No, testes. Reproductive system.
Testes. See, this is a testis. Okay, let me show you a testis.
Oh, that one's all we talk about.
In the male reproductive.
Okay, let me introduce you the testes.
It's flat? No, I don't
These
know.
are the testes.
Levels.
So this is see, this is the male reproductive system. So this is the testis.
You see those two balls?
Yes.
That way you get it.
Colloquial way to call them balls.
Yeah, balls, of course. Yeah. Two balls.
More academic term, testes.
Yeah. That's the place they make sperm, right?
There, yeah. So we're
Yeah.
going to make sperms here. See, these seminifer tubules inside are going to make sperm. So if you want to kind of recognize, you can go like spermatogenesis, spermatogenesis in seminiferous tube, something like that. Let me see. So, like for example, this one. So this is the seminifer tubule. So all of this part. And outside, you see what cell do you find outside?
The lady.
Lady sex, or what is the other name?
The isolate.
Interstitial.
Cells. So they have two names, interstitial cells or Leydig cells. So this is the way how you start with the spermatogonium, and then they start to divide until you ended up with a spermatozoa. So if she points like a here, you have to be able to recognize that this is a spermatogonium. If she points here, like outside the tubule, the seminiferous tubule, you have to be able to recognize that these are Leydig cells.
That's
Okay.
gonna be in the microscope.
But in the microscope, okay, let's go to
Probably not.
histology.
They're just gonna
Okay,
put a lot
but-
of questions on histology.
Yeah, but other different things.
Yeah.
Not only like.
Difficult thing.
But
Oh,
but
the
the
easy
yeah.
So like
But the
look at
reproductive
this,
is testes and only.
this
like,
histology. So if this is my seminiferous tubule, look, see how round is here? So I expect to find in the very first line the spermatogonium, right? Because these are going to divide, it keep dividing. So if I know that the Sertoli cells are the nursing one, so these are going to be my Sertoli cells are going to be found here inside, right?
So this is the testes?
Histology. Yeah, this is the testis. Inside the testis, you have the seminiferous tubules. So this is where inside the seminiferous tubules is where the spermatogonia divides through what, mitosis or meiosis? Meiosis into spermatids. Okay. So you're going to find the other cells, the Leydig cells. Or maybe if I go to spermatids, histology, so you can have a better idea. So, see, Sertoli kind of big, like they are not like oval, right? Like triangular shape. And then you have the spermatocytes, and then the spermatids, kind of like at the almost at the lumen. Remember that the sperm has to be produced here, and then it has to leave the seminiferous tubule through the lumen. This is the lumen, the space. Okay. So
It goes outer to inner.
So this is the seminiferous tubule. One seminiferous tubule, another seminiferous tubule, another seminiferous tubule. So if you find in the microscope, you find a question where it said they pointed here, like here, and then she asked you, what type of cell? What cells do you expect to find here? What cells? No, inside that seminiferous tubule. Inside. This is going to be the spermatogonias. And then what other cells that helps the spermatogonia? No, interstitial. Remember, interstitial is going to be another Sertoli.
Sertoli.
Oh, yeah, isn't it the same name?
Which one?
No.
No, that's different.
Sertoli, supporting cells, nursing cells.
Oh, that's different.
The other one is the lady.
Leydig or interstitial. So the name tells you that interstitial, in between.
In between.
So you're going to find here. See that the tissue is in between the seminiferous tubule? Okay? So are we clear with that? So if she asks
So
you the
the
point,
one that is in the semi what?
seminiferous tubule?
Yeah, with that one is the Sertoli.
Sertoli, yeah, because the Sertoli are kind of like the nurses, the cooks, the one that are going to help the spermatogonia, feed the spermatogonia to keep dividing. So here is what spermatogenesis occur. Spermatogenesis occur here. Because you start with the spermatogonia and then you ended up with the sperm here, with the spermatids.
So sperm is the whiter stuff?
You what? I don't think you can see here. It should be the spermatids should be here, almost in the lumen, because then they live through the lumen. And so if she points here, and then she can ask you, what type of cells do you find here? Interstitial cell or Leydig cells? Okay, so you have to be able to remember 2 names. Okay, are we clear with that one? Yeah. So, Kim, see the picture here? This is the testis, and this is the seminifer tubules. And so they are taking one part here of the seminifer tubule, and then I zoom in here.
So in this testing, we just have only 2 cells. Remember.
Like 3. Interstitial, spermatogonias, and Sertoli. Okay?
Can you have the other name? The one?
Yeah, they have no other names. Interstitial, Leydig, Sertoli, they're nerve cells, supporting cells.
And the other one looks like an orange.
Spermatogonia, this one.
Can I see the name?
Oh, you want to see the name? Yeah, should be. Spermatogonium here. Spermatogonium. Okay, are we clear? Yeah. So, what type of gland are you looking at? Adrenal gland? Yes, adrenal gland. Where is your adrenal gland? Where do you find it?
The hormone?
No, where is the gland? The adrenal gland.
It's on top of the kidney.
On top of the kidneys, yeah. So this is my adrenal gland. The adrenal gland looks like a hat of the kidneys because they're very on the top. So the adrenal gland is going to have 2 parts. Remember what do we call to the outer part? Like the surface here. Remember that we have related cortex.
Okay.
Yes. Or cortical. But you're gonna see the word also too. Cortical cortex. It could be cortical area, cortical region, or cortex. Okay, cortex, and then if this is the cortex, what is inside?
Medulla.
Medulla. So the adrenal gland is going to have 2 regions, cortex and medulla. In this case, we're going to focus on the medulla because the cortex makes all other type of hormones. But in this case, we're going to focus on the medulla because the medulla makes epinephrine and norepinephrine. Okay? And the cortex is going to make corticoids. The same name tells you corticoids, cortex. They're made in the cortex.
So they escape the cortical or cortex?
Yeah, cortical area.